fisherman who caught a big fish. The big fish said to the fisherman, "If you let me go, I will grant you a wish." And so the fisherman ran back to his little cottage to ask his wife, "What should I ask for?" And she said, "Well, ask for a better home, a better house." And so he ran down and asked the fish, and when he came back, lo and behold, she was no longer in the cottage. She was cooking stew on her new stove in a beautiful 3-bedroom home with a white picket fence and a tile roof. And she was happy. They were both happy for about a month. And then she said, husband, go down and ask that fish. I need a castle. So lo and behold, when he came back from the sea, there she was in her castle, bossing around the serpents. They were happy for a while. This went on and on, you can imagine, asking for more and more and more. Until one time she said, I need to be the queen of everything. And when he came back from the sea that time, they were back in their little cottage. It's a good teaching story, isn't it? It's a good tale. It's a good tale. Aside from the fact that the woman, again, gets to be the whiny. I'll never forget sitting with a group of Quakers. It was with the Quakers, and they had taken in a Guatemalan woman and her young daughter. They were refugees, probably here illegally. I don't know. We didn't ask. I didn't ask. But she had come to this country, had fled Guatemala because her husband and all the native men of that village had been murdered by the militias, the military. And when people asked her, her thoughts about this, she said, they were ingrates. They were not grateful men. Now, I couldn't believe it. I mean, none of us could believe that was the worst thing that she could say. Not that they were murderers, not that they had nothing about what would have made sense for her to say about these men. What she said was, they were ungrateful people. And if they could get to be grateful people, they wouldn't do these things. Now, it's easy to, kind of write that off. She's illiterate. But her bearing, her dignity, and her assuredness that this was the problem, this lack of gratitude was the problem. Really, I've never forgotten that conversation that happened years ago. And I think she diagnosed, the original sin. I mean, Adam and Eve, right? Adam and Eve. They had everything. They were in this incredibly beautiful garden. They could talk. They could communicate with the animals. There was free communication. Total intimacy between the man and the woman. Can you imagine? Real intimacy. And not only real intimacy between these two people, but between them and God. Daily, close communication. They had everything. But what was the temptation? Something more. Something different. Something that they didn't have yet. And so, walking out into that wanting, that lack of contentment with what they had, with what they enjoyed, getting used to it, so used to it that they could no longer see it, notice it, enjoy it. They wanted more. And lo and behold, that, sin came into the world. So I think that this Guatemalan woman had the kernel of what is actually the heart and root of sin. There was an attorney named John McCraylick. You can look him up on YouTube. very successful attorney, small business. I mean, it's a small firm. But he lost everything, and I haven't delved into why he lost everything, but it was not through it wasn't through alcohol, drugs, addictions like that. Went into debt, a divorce, his girlfriend left him, he was sleeping on an air mattress in a dingy apartment, had to have let go all of his employees, lost everything. I mean, he was down and out. And a friend from a long time ago reached out to him. Said, you should start running. He said, he was overweight also, of course, everything was not good. But what that did, so he didn't start running, but the fact that this person reached out to him triggered in him a noticing of gratitude for this friend. And so he said thank you. And he noticed that when he said thank you to that friend, he felt better. He felt better. And somehow, by the grace of God, it occurred to him to start saying thank you. And so that's what he did. He started writing thank you notes. Every day he wrote a thank you note. Now, did he magically lose weight? No. Did his business magically come back? No. The estrangement, those gradually he began reestablishing relationships with his children, and gradually, actually, things did turn around for him. But if you listen to him, he will say what actually turned around for him was this noticing, even in the midst of not good things in his life, there were good things, but he wasn't seeing any of it. And so as he gradually began to put on those glasses, of gratitude, more and more and more he saw the goodness, and the goodness built and built and built in his life. Many of you have that experience, right? Of just the magic of saying thank you. The magic of noticing what you have. Stopping long enough. Brother David Steinross was a Benedictine monk, and his whole kind of thing is about gratitude. So if you want to know about gratitude, read Brother David Steinross. He's wonderful, or look him up. But he says, we think that we have to be happy or have good things, and that's when we say thank you. But he says, actually, the opposite is the fact. It's gratitude that unlocks happiness for us. And there's always, always, always something to have gratitude for. It's gratitude that unlocks happiness. And he says, we all want to be happy. Who doesn't want to be happy? Every one of us wants to be happy. Gratitude unlocks that. Gratitude is the key to happiness. So saying, real thank yous. I mean, it's not as easy as it sounds. That John Kralik, when he said, okay, I'm going to write a thank you note every day for a year. And he now has a book, of course, got a book deal out of it. 365 days of, I'm sorry, that's mine. 365 days of saying thank you. And he writes these notes. Well, after a while, you run out of people, right? You run out of people, so he started saying thank you to the postman. So he started, I already talked about this, but he started noticing the people around him. There's another young man named Brian Doyle who did the same thing, only he did it with saying it, not writing the notes, but saying it. He had a near-death experience, realized on the other side of that all he really cared about, I think he was in his early 20s when this happened, late teens, early 20s, a car accident, and he, when he survived, he realized that the first thing in his mind was relationships, the people that he wanted to say thank you to, the people that he wanted to say how much they meant to him. So he started every day saying thank you to people until he got to somewhere in the 100s, 100 days, and he decided, okay, it's time for me to say thank you to my father. He had a good relationship with his father, but it was hard for him to do. And he waited and waited and waited till the right time, and they were out golfing together. He thought, this is the right time. I'm going to tell my Father thank you. And not just thank you, but thank you, why thank you. The details of why he was so thankful to his Father. Now, Brian is gay. And he said it was easier to tell his father that he was gay than it was for him to say this thank you to his Father. Now, why would that be? I don't really know why it would be, but he said his heart was just pounding. It was hard to get it out. And at the, it was life-changing for both of them. But saying really authentic thank yous to people and why, it's a very vulnerable thing. It touches down into our heart, right? And let somebody else really know how much they mean to you. But it's life-giving. It's life-giving, and it produces happiness, and it enriches relationship. So we're given moment after moment, one moment after another comes our way. Gift from God, pure gift from God. And within each one of those moments is this opportunity to stop, to notice, to take it in, and to express it. Maybe the moment is challenging, and so maybe the opportunity is to rise to the challenge. Maybe the moment is just pure enjoyment, and so it's to receive it. But whatever that moment is, it calls forth gratitude. It calls forth thank you. So I'm going to invite you between now and New Year's to find ways to say thank you. Say thank you to the people who really make a difference in your life. And tell them why they make a difference. Why they're so important to you. Between now and New Year's, make it a daily habit to notice all the abundance around you. To notice it. To notice what the opportunity is in each moment. Rise to the occasion, or enjoy it, whatever that is, and say out loud, say thank you. In the name of Him who gave Himself for us, an offering and sacrifice, so that we might have